Hey everyone. So let's say you have only 30 minutes. You want to revise all the Python core concepts. Okay. How are you going to do? So in this video, I'll practically implement that part. Let's say I have a 30 minutes time. How I'll revise my Python concepts. I didn't gone through the basics from the past few months. Long time back I revised, but after that I didn't touch these things. So now I want to revise it again. So like 2025 is going to end, right? So we need to be ready for 2026. That's why. Okay. So first thing is I'll just cover these basic definition, what is Python and etc. etc. These things doesn't make much sense. Then I'll move to next session. Like intro. Intro is like okay, this is a programming language. It will do this, and it will create all these things and etc. etc. Okay. Then print statement. I already know how to do that. So my focus is majorly on the data types list, tuple, dictionary, set, strings. How I'm going to deal with these things. These are the most important for me. Rest everything is it's not that much important. Like for understanding of our learning perspective also. Let's say we all know one famous rule that is known as 20-80. With your focused 20% efforts, you can get 80% of the results. So in this entire, tutorials, the most important thing, of course, you already know about basics. These you already know you're doing some implementation. You're building projects for the long time from the long time, and so in that case, you don't need to revise what is a syntax, what is indentation. All those things are not required. You just need to cover list, tuple, dictionary, set, and loops. Other things like where you feel uncomfortable. Let's say you are not feeling well comfortable with list, then you have to focus to spend a bit time more. So or dictionary. So these kind of things. This syntax you already know. Indentation you have to maintain, and conditions, logical conditions, and all those things you already aware. Like I'm already aware, so I don't need to go through this statement. I know I don't need to spend much time here. Then output. Uh, so just I'll try to understand. Okay, so what I try to do here is like whatever methods so which is available that it starts with small caps. So sometimes you need to write everything. Like you don't get ID. So in the interview, let's say you're appearing for interview, you won't get any ID. So then you have to do all these things. This is the most important thing. So whenever you are typing, the first method name always small case. Okay, so that is one thing. And here you have to understand this thing end. Okay, in the print, so if we give end, then what it will happen? Let's say print, okay, end, I'll say like at the rate, at the rate. Then what it will happen? So after this line end, okay, you'll get this one. Okay, in this way it will happen. So these kind of understanding, wherever you feel a new point or so just try to uh, go through this and normal variables, you all know variables. Try to remember the definitions also. Like a variable is a container for storing data value. That's it, simple point. So you need to understand that point. And after that, how to assign a variables and how to do these things. And casting, so converting from one data type to another data type. So all these things, okay. Double quotes or single quote. And those things you already aware if you're working, well means. Then variable names. This is the rules. I just, of course, I don't need to remember much, but by seeing these examples, okay. So, okay, I can have to give small case, this thing, and also you need to understand the wrong examples also. It can't start with a numeric first, and after that, it can't be spaces, and after that, it can't be like underscore is allowed, but minus and all those symbols like those things are not allowed. So only these data points A to Z after the 0 and alphanumeric characters and underscore only these are available. So that's it. And case different, case sensitive. This is different and this is different. So that's it. You don't need to go on through much. So these points are enough uh, for revision. Then multiple these things anyway you won't require these things. Then after that move to next output variables, normal assigning variable. So you can how could do this. If you do plus what you'll get, so it'll all be added and you'll get something. Okay. Then different data types you can do addition. If it is a string, then you can do both the strings. Then global variables, if you assign some value outside of the scope, outside of the method, then it is a global variable. Okay. Then that's it. Global variable, local variable, how you deal with this. So let's understand this also. So they're calling this function my func. So obviously it will called, and x value is fantastic. Then Python is fine, fantastic. That is the outcome. Then coming back to next line. So Python, like, the flow starts from top to bottom. Okay, it will start from this method defined here. It was called here. So that's why the method call will happen. Next, after that, the scope is gone. Then Python is plus x. So x is global variable here. So awesome. So that's it. So in that way, I covered this global variable and other concepts also. You can also use this global keyword. So that is in another interesting point. So that whenever it was called, so then only this will be available. Let's say my function. Same thing. If you print this statement here, in both the cases, you will get Python is fantastic. This time method is called and X is a global variable. So Python is fantastic and Python is. So that is the advantage of this global keyword. Okay. Then variable exercise, I don't need to do this. I don't to do this. Then go to data types. So just understand what are the different types of data types available: string, int, float, complex, because of numeric sequence is this, mapping, dictionary, so Boolean. Um, then type we already know. So this is bit of understanding, like, okay, so this is a string. In this way you can declare integer, in this way you can declare float, complex, and list, tuple, then dictionary, set, frozen set, bool, bytes, none. Okay, all these things. Okay, this is you can, in this way you can specify this. Okay, so it's already a string, but even you can do in this way. You can assign something directly also, you can assign, but still you can put some string values in that way. In this way you can assign. If you want to specify the data type particularly, means in this way you can do. So you want a list, and after that you given in this way. So list is a data type that you take in, and after that you're passing the values, you can get like this. So instead of, if you don't want all these things directly, you can assign x equal to square braces apple banana cherry. So in that way you can do. Okay, reading the dictionary set, frozen set. Okay, so okay, these are the different data types. I remember, I understood. Numeric, complex, float, these things. Only in most of the cases, integer and float values are enough, but you need to understand this point. Integer is a whole number, so it means positive or negative without decimals. Okay, so integer is a whole number. You don't, whole number, you already know number line, right? Like minus infinity to plus infinity, but it shouldn't be any decimals associated with that. So all are flow integers. Then if in case we add decimal, then it is a float value. Complex, you already know. Mhm. Okay, complex, you already know. This is a scientific notation with if. So let's see this example. I think this is also normal. So if you, whenever, remember this, so whenever you put e here, so 35 e cube or e power 4, then in that case it becomes float. Okay, this is important, like tricky part. Complex, you all know. Random, you understand. Okay, so casting, converting from one data type to another data type. It's not a big thing here. String, this is important. So you need to know all these methods. Strings, list, tuple, dictionary sets. These four are really crucial. Whenever you have a interview or any revising concept, those four are really important. You have to understand that. Print normally single quote, double quotes. So in case if I have a quote inside that how I'm going to do, how I have to handle triple quotes, all these things, and yeah. So normal things. Slicing you already know. Let's say you want to get some. So and also remember, so the string, so whatever string you have, it will start from zero, index number zero. So like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it will start. It's not like one. Okay. And also remember this, the last one, whatever you give in this slicing, so that is not included. So the things are like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 2, 3, 4 index values will be available. So the rest it won't take. So yeah, slicing I'm clear, and after that I'll go to. You have to understand what are the default methods available for string. Let's say you declare this. If you put the dot, what kind of methods you have. So you need to understand all these things. In some interviews, you won't get IDE, so you need to know what are the available methods. So for list, how many methods available. For dictionary, how many methods. For list, how many methods. So in that way, you need to have complete clarity. Okay, so then only it's sometimes in they are good in the like not good I will say. Uh, Sometimes you'll have an ID. Then if you put the dot method, you can get the suggestion over there. Then based on that, you can do some things. Okay. So uppercase is there, lowercase is there. So it will convert the strings in lowercase. It's strip. What it will do. So strip method remove any white space from beginning to end. Whatever gaps it has, so it will remove that. Mm, so a replace method is there, so it can modify a string with another. So you have to specify that replace. After that, split and strip is most important thing. Okay, so this is for here you have a white space, right? So but it was ideally it was removed from the beginning or any end. So let's say you want to, I think you can specify something also. Let's say you have a at the rate strip. I think you can mention uh, at the rate, run it. Yeah, see, it will remove. So let's say you have at the rate after the old, also at the rate below in the date. You have this. Let me run this. Okay, in the beginning only it will remove. So these are the points you need to understand. Okay, so it's not like it will do. Uh, you know, let's say I given some space. Let's try this. So strip and this method is important, like because it will converting, like you can convert that to the list. So let's say you have a data like this using the split method, you can convert the data in the list. So you have to separate that with comma. Mm. So and also okay, you have to mention this. Okay, write yourself. Split is comma. Then let's say if split is based on, oh sorry, oh, let's see. We have to check all these things. Then we have to be confident. See. Then it will split the data based on character O. Then you have whatever till before O, you'll get it. After that, W is there that you get it. Another O is there. After that, this one. So O prior to that, after that, prior to that, after that. In that way, you can do the split operation. Okay. It's need not to be like so whatever like sorry, not indentation. Whatever separator you have to use, you want to use, you can use that. Okay. That is done. So done with this split strip. So normal addition with strings, concatenation. Format string is important. Let's say you are implementing any prompting techniques are also. So at the time format is really useful. F strings is useful. Uh, you need to mention like this, how to give this F and all that stuff. Then okay. Then this is important. If you put this dot 2F, then it'll come in a float manner, like with the two decimal points. And Okay. If strings are understood, escape character, backslash and backslash, so if you put these things, then it'll be treated in a different way. Like, so this is another technique. Okay, so let's say you already given one double quotes inside, you want to get the data in a double quote manner, but it will throw you error, or you have to put in the beginning, you have to put single quotes, then you have to do. But with this escape characterization, so you can put the slash and quotes and it will get. That's it. Okay. Then this is interesting. So this in this way, I told you. So you have to remember all these things. Let's say you're going for an interview means you have to remember all the string methods, whatever available methods. Let's say someone asks you what are the how many methods are there. Of course, how many methods they won't ask, but let's say you remember all these methods, it will give you an edge. It will give you an advantage. You don't need to think like what methods available. So you already know the methods. You know the purpose of the each method. You can simply so frame your logic. You can utilize these and you can execute the stuff. So understand. Okay. Capitalize convert the first character to uppercase. Caseful means what? Convert string into lowercase. Center means return a center string. Count how many times is specified. Like whenever you have any doubt, you just click on this and we can see the example. So in a given sentences, how many times apple was there? Mm, okay, two times. Mm. Mm. So you can specify all these things. So what is the value you are looking for, and what is the start and end? By default, it is a zeroth position, zeroth index. You can say you can specify the index. So in this way, you can understand. Okay. So whenever you have a doubt, you have to go there and you can do this. Count means this encode version of the string ends with whether this one it returns a boolean whether true or false. Ends with method expand tab set the tab size of the string. That's not four characters or more than that. Find it will find a specified value and return the position. Format we already covered. Format map. Index means what sets the string of a specified value and return the position whether it was found or not. Okay, e is also numerical. Whenever remember one thing, whenever is there, right? Is before the method. That means it always return boolean, either true or false. That's it. So is upper, is title, is space, is printable, is numeric. It will all do like it all boolean data type. Okay, so that method end result will be boolean. Then join is important. So to join, so two characters or two strings or two words into a new one. So all these things. Left to justified version. L strip. So in strip there are two cases: normal strip and as well as L strip and R strip, and also so it will do only for the left side strip. So it only do for the right side strip. R strip means. So split also there. So it will created. You can see this right split, R split, and yeah. So replace we already covered, or find, or just strip by no swap case. Translate is useful in order to solve some uh, coding. So translate mean like it won't convert directly, but it will convert the ASCII values. Let's say you have one. You have to replace this S with P. You can mention there is a option like replace method is also there. So using that you can put the character and after that you can actual and after that modified one. In that way you can do. Another way is this. So you can simply take one dictionary and give the ASCII value. So in this case 83 has to convert it to 80. So let's say we're solving some big product based company DSAs, then it's better to remember the ASCIIs also. Okay. So like understand, okay, what is the starting point of that alphabet, and after that ending point of alphabet, what is the number? That's it. You don't need to remember each, not required, just common sense. So once you know the starting and ending point, you can get others, right? So that's why. So make trans will give you the value. Let's say you don't know that ASCII, but with this you can get make trans means it will give you the ASCII values. So directly import str. So I mean this is a default package. So in this way, let's say you don't know that ASCII value. In this way, you can do make trans and after translate. It will replace S with the P. This thing is very useful in coding rounds. Okay, zero fill, that will mean zero fill. That's it. And I revise these, and after that I'm done. And after that I'll go to Boolean is normal like true, false, nothing. So you can put the conditions. You'll get it's a correct or not in that manner. So okay, 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 not a big deal. Go back. Operators, arithmetic assignment, comparison, logical, bitwise. If you're going for product based, bitwise is important. Normal arithmetic operations you already know, so understand this one. This is exponential and modulus. It will give. We all know all these things. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We all know, and also remember this will give a normal division. This will give the floor division, meaning with the decimal, without decimals, in that manner. Okay, exponential, this will give you the reminder. So all these things are useful and you can try with some examples. Okay. Hmm. 15 power 4, 15 divided by 4 means 4 threes are 12. So reminder is 3. So that you will get here. Reminder quotient you will get here. Reminder. Okay. All these things. Let's say it should divided by 5. Hmm. Then in that case, this will be, I think it's okay. This 5 threes are 15. That means quotient. So division 5 3 times. Okay, done. So that's it. You are just see the examples, then you are good to go. Hmm. Assignment operator. Okay, you can easily solve this. Not a big thing here. Normally also you can solve. Don't need to mention assignment. Anyway. Normal equal, not equal to, greater than, less than, or equal to, greater than, okay, not equal to, okay, fine. Comparisons and all the stuff. Logical, okay, Boolean stuff. Then identity, it will return true. It is not is and all those things. Is and equal. Okay, this one useful. Is means it will check both the variables point the same object in the memory. Equal means both variables. Okay, values of both variables. Understand this. Is means uh, same object or not. We can see this. This is a list and this is also list. Both have same, but is y means it is not the case. Is means memory. So equal to means values. It will check whether this value is this. Obviously, you stored this in one variable, you stored this in another variable. Obviously, the memory is different, like, right? So the x variable is stored in different memory and y variable is stored in different memory. So obviously it is different. That's why we got this as false. So these are the simple things, but you need to understand. Okay, so these points. So the advantage of revision is this. So you need to remember what you don't know, right? So x and y is not in my normal things. In is there or not? Okay. Mm, bitwise operators and or x or not. Zero left shift, zero fill and sign right shift. So these are important and I mean depend on your interview. So bitwise operators, go for it. Hmm. Precedence is there like we have one board mass rule. It's so this is the top like high order. Okay, so whenever braces is there, it will solve first. After that, exponential. Next these things. Next multiplication. This one division. This is next, and after that addition, then bitwise, and this is the path. So let's say this is one. You have to do this inside the logic only, and they give an addition and all those things. Then therefore we execute from left to right. So in this case, addition and minus from both are same. So we follow from left to right. So that means 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So answer is 5. That's it. So this is all you have to solve. So you can solve some examples so that you will get some clarity. How to solve this thing? List. You declared like this, and after that, okay. So these are important. So in interviews they'll ask this question whether the list is ordered or not. There is one table. I'll show you the table. So just remember that table. That is enough for all the data types. Okay. So normal declaration and how to implement this. You want to construct some list in this way, you can do that. So this is the uh, points I want to cover. So just remember this. That's it. You don't need to think about anything. So list is a collection, everything. All this list, tuple, dictionary set, all are collections, which is list is ordered. Ordered meaning like you can do the index like 0, 1, 2, 3 in that way. So it is changeable, mutable, which can change. It will allow duplicate values also. Tuple is a collection which is same ordered but unchangeable. Once you created it, it can't change. It can't allow. I mean, it allows duplicate also. Set is unordered, unchangeable. Index can't access that through index. So it doesn't have any duplicate. Whenever you don't have any duplicate, you need to go with set. Dictionary is ordered and changeable. Okay. So in this list, tuple, dictionary, all are ordered. Three things. Set is only unordered. Okay. Whenever duplicate also. See, in dictionary you have key value pairs, right? So key has to be unique, but values can be anyway, like duplicate also. That is also fine. So yeah, so set is one thing which does not allow duplicate. Hmm. Okay. Practicing how you can access this in this way. Just a second. You can access this, and after that, index wise, so all this stuff you can do normal. How you do the string indexing in the same way. So in this way, in the list, you'll get the each one has one value. So in that manner, how you can do change list. Let's say you created this, you how you can replace this. After that, range, how you can initiate, I can assign all these things. Okay. Directly, I mean, you have to go to the methods, list methods, and you need to understand, okay, so what each method will do. You need to remember that. Append, what it will do, it will add at the end. Insert means you can specify the index so that it will add at that particular point. Extend, after the end, you can extend this. So pop means from the it will remove something, okay. So you can specify index like 0, 1. The first one will do. If you want to specify, remove the last item. So in this case, cherry will be 0, 1, 2, right? Pop will store in this manner. So 0, 1. So whatever you specify, that will pop. Clear means it will clear. A list will be empty, but all the content will be gone. Okay. How you deal with loops with the help of list. This is very useful in all the logics you need to implement. Remember range and length and all the stuff. While loop, how you can going to do. After that, for loop. Okay. So this is instead of multiple lines. How can you do it in a single line list comprehension? So that is if you want to try this, try this. If you don't want to try this, then also not an issue. You can do it in a normal way. Okay. Just for loop and while loop. For when you have to use for loop, when you have to use while loop. When you know the end conditions and everything, then you can go with for loop. When you don't know the end conditions, like what is the condition you want to put, at that time you can go for this while loop. Okay, so list comprehension normal normal. Yeah, I think sorting is important. How to sort this one? Sorted is there. Sort and sorted is there. The reverse is you have to know these keywords. Reverse and that's it. And after that, copy. Okay, slicing is this. Then how you join the list. This one. How you join this. This is extend is important. And after that, you can see what are the list methods. So same concept, like how you understand the strings in the same way. How to click on each method, you have to understand what that method will do, what this method will do. So in that way, you can, you know, nail the interview because you need to remember all these things. Yeah, methods you need to remember what each method will do. But in terms of, I'm saying from the interview perspective only, so not for real time coding. At the time, you don't need to remember. But if you're going for interview, it's better to remember. So it will be easy when, let's say, you have ID, you have that suggestions also. But still, if you know the methods, you can explain them immediately. Your processing will be really quick without knowing anything. If you go like without like remembering the methods, it will take some more time figure out which method suits here in that way. But if you know the methods only, also like if you already know the methods, you can easily, so crack it. That's it. Tuple is this, and after that I'll understand majorly. I'll cover all the definitions of all these things and how to declare and how to define. So this thing again important one. uh, yeah. So accessing this, how you do this, how you do this, who do that. Okay, fine. Tuple, same, update, and all those things. Directly jump to tuple methods. Only two methods are there, count and index. So that's it. And after that, to go to sets. Set, understand what is a set and how to access these and how to access set items. Okay, in this way, in this way. After that, go to frozen set. Frozen set, people will ask, is an immutable version of a set. Mutable means which can change, and immutable if mutable means which can change, but immutable which can't change. Okay, so they clearly given the definition, and after that, frozen set has many methods. Ultimately, in set you have only few methods, right? Only two methods are there, but with this frozen set you can do multiple things like difference. These are important. You can check. I'll check. Let's say I'll just go through each method and I'll just check and try to understand. Okay. Then come to dictionary, how you define this and how you uh, declare, define, and after that duplicate all these things. Directly go to method nested dictionary. So in interviews, people are asking related to nested dictionaries. And let's say you're going for a round, there is a tune and JSON. So dictionary is nothing but similar to JSON. Key value page. And how you're going to deal with nested dictionaries, loop through nested stuff. So this one is important. Okay. Then go to methods. Okay, what method each will do. So you need to remember list tuple dictionary strings. So these data types methods you need to be. It has to be in your mind. Yeah. Then it's normal. Like logical conditions, what will do, logical operators. This anyway, um, it doesn't take much time, so we can cover this. Then go to while, like understand the difference between when you have to do. So so as long as the condition is true, it will execute it. So it's majorly if you don't know the condition, like um, at the time you have to go for this by do, right? You can do some continue, so this point, and all these things. For loop, as you already know, iterating over a sequence. So break you need to remember and understand one thing. So break is something which only work in loops. Okay, for loop, while loop, then only you have to put the break to come out of that scope. Okay, understand this. Then nested loops, how to do this pass. Okay. Then normal function, you know how to create this. And after that, this is important. How to pass the keyword arguments and arguments. Uh, how many things you can do. So if you put the asterisk symbol means what will happen. And decorators is important. Lambda is important. Okay, so what is a decorator and how to deal with this thing? uh, Recursion generators. These are important. You have to spend some good quality time here to understand and also for the interview time also. Range and all those things is not, you already covered. Array is nothing but list in Python, so no need to worry. So iterators are important. Okay, what does it will do? So yeah, Python module is okay. Normal stuff, not a big thing. Daytime, you don't need to worry about these packages. Math, import math and rejection, all those things are not required. Try except is understand this when let's say you are implementing something, so it will handle the exceptions. Okay, so it will maintain the flow so that your program can't be broken. Okay, let's say you got some issue, but because of that issue, your entire logic will be terminated. Instead of that, you can handle with this exceptions. Okay, so string formatting, if you have to how to deal with that. So that's it. So overall, the summary is spend time in data types, list, tuple, dictionary, set, strings. You have to remember all the methods, and after that, go to these functions like recursion, like generator, decorator, lambda, so keyword arguments, and all those things. Then you're good to go. Yeah, that's it. So I just thought to revise you and I want to do it in a live manner. So that's why I did this one. So that's it. We'll see. Let's say I'm preparing for any interview also. This is my process. I'll first cover the Python concepts and this is how I cover the concepts. Then I'll go to I'll solve some hands-on problems, maybe lead code or need code or anything. So basic, depending on the company which I'm giving the interview, let's say if it's MNC, normal problems are enough. But if it is a big one and so then you have to go with DSA prep. So that requires solve need code 150. So that's a flow, but basics, these are the basics. Once you know basics, then only jump to lead code or anything. So otherwise, you'll stuck. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Enjoy.